Okay, but let's keep it then with our technical guests, Manas Jaiswal and Ruchit Jain with us on the show. You've got real smart gains coming in across the board, particularly for the real estate index. So let's get in some thoughts then. Manas, what does one do with the index? Do we build onto these moves from 8,800?
See, after last week breakout, I think you can set the target of around 89.50 on Nifty. So yes, we have witnessed some profit booking today, but the overall trend is quite positive, and I think till Nifty is trading above 8690, any correction is a good buying opportunity. You can set the target of 89.50 for say around 1 or 2 weeks time.
Okay, let's also get in some more technical takes, and Ruchit Jain with us on the show. Ruchit, talk a little about the real estate space. Given that sector is on fire today, is there anything that you like within the sector?
Yes, definitely. We had already seen a good momentum in stocks such as DLF since last couple of weeks. Now in today's trading session, SDL has given a breakout from its last 1.5 months of trading range. So this really puts up the entire sector as a whole, at least the large cap stocks are within the sector, with the formation of higher top, higher bottom, at least on daily and the lower time frame charts. So considering this, I think this positive momentum which has been set up since last few days, it's likely to continue going ahead in the real estate sector as a whole. Now if we go on a stock specific move, then I think although SDL has shown a good outperformance today, but overall considering the relative strength that we have seen in DLFs in last couple of weeks, I think this stock would continue to outperform the broader market as well as the other stocks within the sector. So we are expecting further up move in the DLF at least up to 145, 155, 157 levels. So from current levels, if this real estate pack anyone has to bet anything from trading perspective, then definitely it would be DLF for target around 157.
Okay, let's chart stocks. Manas, what's on your stock specific list?
See, two sectors. First is cements, where many stocks are looking strong on charts, especially ACC and Ambuja. I would like to go long in Ambuja because stock was trading in a narrow range of 230 and 235 for last 5-6 trading sessions. But now stock is trading above 200-day moving average. It has given a clear breakout above 235 with great volumes. So I think this rally will extend, and Ambuja Cement can test 250. So here definitely one can take a long call, keep the stop loss below 233. And second is private banking, where IndusInd Bank and ICICI Bank both are looking strong on the charts. ICICI Bank has given a clear breakout above 288 today with great volume. So I am expecting further up move. ICICI Bank can test 300 soon. So here one can take a long call, keep the stop loss below 283.
Okay, that's the word coming in from Manas. Ruchit, what about your stock ideas?
Well, for the banking space itself, my first pick would be a buy call in Axis Bank. Probably the stock, although last 2.5 months has been consolidating in a narrow range, but within this consolidation phase, the prices have formed an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Now, this is one of the pattern which, if formed after a corrective move, indicates a probability of a reversal of the trend. So that is what, after the correction from 640 to 420, we have seen formation of this reversal pattern. So we are expecting a decent up move in the stock from current levels. So we are advising to go long in the stock, keeping stop loss below 465 for target around 532.
Those are your top recommendations from our technical guests. Time to get on board Mubina, and let's chat movers and shakers in Mubina. The first stock is Indian Hotels.
Oh yes, very good numbers delivered by that company, and that's the reason why you're seeing the stock react in the positive. Sales is of course down by 2.8%, but what a beat on the margin and EBITDA front. EBITDA is seen higher by 6.2%. Margins as well, 200 basis points of a jump coming in over there. And the net profits have seen a huge jump from just about 13 crore rupees to 93 crore rupees. But of course, mind you, there are a couple of exception items in the corresponding quarter. It did have one-off losses. There is something, of course, that did make the base a little lower, and that's the reason why you're seeing that huge net profit jump. Bharat Forge as well is doing very well for itself after the company announced that the North American Class 8 truck sales have grown by 1.7% sequentially and 20% on a year-on-year basis. CLSA on the back of that has maintained their buy stance, keeping a target at 1200 rupees, and they say that while the near-term production volumes may remain weak, they see a likelihood of upturn by calendar year 2018. And of course, there is the possibility of new import taxes, which in the worst case scenario, Bharat Forge may have to bear the entire burden of the taxes. And given the current industry dynamics, of course, some taxation may be shared with the OEMs. And lastly, there's ABG Shipyard. This, of course, after newspaper reports suggested that Cochin Shipyard has entered talks to buy a stake in the debt-ridden company. That, remember, ABG Shipyard is in a huge debt at this point of time and is undergoing one massive restructuring with its lenders. We also understand Shapoorji Pallonji has backed out, but yes, the controlling stake in the company may be valued at about 400 to 500 crore rupees.
Okay, Mubina, we're going to leave it at that. In the meantime, some important news on your screens right now. Picking up from agencies, the TDSAT has issued a notice to the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India as well as Reliance Jio. They've issued notice on Please by Bharti Airtel, Idea as well as Reliance Jio offer. This, of course, is with regards to the freebies being offered by them. And now the TDSAT has issued a notice to TRAI as well as Reliance Jio on the Please by Bharti, Idea as well as Reliance Jio. I think Gauri should be with us. She's not. She will be with us in just seconds from now and get us more perspective in terms of, what's the next step really after being, after these notices being slapped and issued to the TDSAT as well as Reliance Jio with regards to the freebies that they were offering for their promotional schemes. So that's the latest coming in from TDSAT right now. Aman?
Yeah, not entirely a surprise because, you have all of the other leading telecom players which have been up in arms with these freebies, and from day one it started off with Idea Cellular, in fact, who had filed a petition in the Appellate Telecom Tribunal against Reliance Jio. They seek to stop the company from continuing those free services till the 31st of March. And you had Bharti Airtel as well, which had moved the tribunal over the exact same issue, and they had removed the TDSAT in December, filing an additional affidavit quite recently as well. And they're saying that these services are predatory in nature, and they believed that they've accused the telecom regulator, or TRAI, saying they've acted as a mute spectator. They've killed competition in the telecom sector by allowing Reliance Jio to offer these free services. We'll have to wait and watch how things pan out, but that's the latest that we're picking up. Some viewer queries then. Let's get straight to that. And we've got a first up, an email query sent in from Satish in Indore. It's on NBCC, 100 shares purchased at 270. Long-term time horizon, should he buy more and average? That's the question. Manas, let's get in some views here. NBCC, what do you think he should do?
See, in the month of December, after almost 100 rupees correction, stock took support near to 210 moving average. And we have it as smart rally from the level of 220 to 280. But if you're talking about medium to long term trend, the trend is still positive, and I hope that stock can break 290, 295 soon, and possibility is high that stock can test 320 or maybe 330. So here definitely one can hold the stock and keep the stop loss below 254, which is its 50-day moving average.
Another query. Another email then from Shiva Prasad from Kolkata, and he's written that he's bought 100 shares of Infosys at 1,050 per share, time horizon being 2 years, wants to know what he should do right now. Richard, what would you recommend him after the correction that the entire IT space has already gone through?
Yes, probably since he's a long-term investor, so I would probably look at a bit longer-term charts. If we positionally observe the weekly charts, then since October 2014, that is almost more than 2 years, every corrective dip, the stock has seen support around 900 levels. So 900 is a very strong support for the range for the stock, and right now after this recent correction from 1200 levels, the stock is trading quite close to this long-term support levels. So considering this long-term support, as of now I would recommend him to hold the stock and keep a strict stop loss below 895, although it is from its long-term investment perspective, because once this 2.5 years of support is broken, then I think there could be some sort of further corrective moves in the stock. As of now, it would be recommended to continue to hold, keeping the stop loss of 895, and in very short term we are expecting an up move up to 1020, but considering its time horizon is 2 years, I think further up move in the stock could be seen up to 1127 in next 6 to 8 months time frame itself. So the recommendation would be to hold with stop loss below 895 for target of 1127.
Okay, that's the view coming in on some of those individual stocks. A whole call on Infi. Hope we helped you out with your query. Next up, let's focus in on the centre asking the Supreme Court, with the centre asking to enforce the ban on furnace oil and pet coke. What exactly is the implication of this? We've got Vivek